Okay, hello, and welcome to a British summer where, yes, it's amazing. We can have blue sky and sunshine and still have rain. And I'm glad of it, Let the summer last as long as it does. Yes, global warming, yes, sorry, climate change. I'm not advocating for that. Anyway, look, if you're listening to this and you're a Democrat, or even if you're not a Democrat, maybe you're some non-US citizen who thinks that Trump is a bad person. I'm going to say, Kamala. No, I'm not going to say yes to that. I'm not saying yes, he's a bad person. I don't believe he is. What I'm going to say is Kamala, during the debate, suggested that people attend a Trump rally. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, do it. And if you can't attend it, then, there are multiple rallies available on Right Side Broadcasting. No commentary matched, or at least you can fast forward through any commentary while they're waiting for the rally to start or whatever. Or there are other places where you can go and, there's I'm a black man and I went to a Trump rally, or I'm a Democrat and I went to a Trump rally, or yeah, just do it. She's absolutely right. I think everybody should step out of their comfort zone. Everybody should. I listen to different outlets, even if I don't agree with it, because, I've got to hear the other side. I want to hear the other side. Something I didn't say about my red pill journey was at the same time, there was also the Brexit vote. And I was living in Cyprus at the time, so I was an immigrant into Cyprus, living there under so when we talked about leaving the EU and stuff, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand that vote, so I listened to some TED Talks, because back in the day I used to listen to TED Talks. But yeah, and I'm probably going to sound like a conspiracy theorist if I say, oh yeah, but now TED Talks, it's propaganda. Yeah, no, I don't mean that. Just step outside your comfort. Look at different resources. I wouldn't trust the mainstream media at all, because I tell you why. Because on a lot of these things, they're wrong. When they report the polling and and this is the result. This, with the Brexit, no, they've all got a bias. They've all got a bias now, and to be fair, like one of the best movies possibly ever made, sarcastically enough, Ron Burgundy, Anchorman, the legend of Ron Burgundy. It just calls it out. As soon as news channels need to fill 24-hour content, they're scratching around for anything that they can put onto that's going to give them views, because they're monetizing it, right? So it's not a mystery, and Trump did give them views. And I'll tell you one other thing that I missed out on my red pill journey as well was I did come across Ron Paul, and I very much appreciate Ron Paul, and he's still broadcasting on YouTube and probably other outlets as well, maybe Rumble and stuff, with the Liberty Report, Ron Paul Liberty Report, something like that. But he ran in, not sure, it might have been 2012. I don't think it was 2008. I think it was 2012. But on YouTube, there used to be a fantastic, somebody had made up some sort of documentary, and but Ron Paul I think he ran as an independent, but like anybody that runs as an independent in the US, they don't have a chance, do they? Because it's like a two-party system, basically. So straight away you're disadvantaged. But Ron Paul makes a lot of sense. To me. That's my opinion. But the media has a big involvement, and I think we saw that the other day with the Trump-Harris debate. And ABC, I think it's difficult to watch that and not realise that, the moderators, they're not moderators, the moderators were only fact check Trump. And but you have to question that. You really need to question that, because just go and do your own fact checking, and you can find mainstream media articles. And I don't want to talk about it because it's like issues and subjects that I don't want to talk about, because they're very, it's the A word, okay? Some of it's the A word, and I don't want to. Talk about. I'm not going to talk about that. But I think that people should educate themselves and look at what Trump's actually said about A word, and his position is very much in line with most of the European position. And we don't have the same law across Europe. It's, different countries. Think of the European Union a little bit like the United States of America and different, the states have rights. The states have their own laws and stuff, and we have our own laws and stuff as well by country. And then the European Union comes in over that. But Trump actually has a very moderate position on the A word. And when it comes to protecting IVF, he's already said that. He said that in the debate. He'll totally protect that. That's different, isn't it? Ending life, creating life. They're two different. And then also, the other thing about Trump, when he was president in the US, he brought in that right to try. I think it's called something like that, the right to try. So if a US citizen has some sort of life-ending illness that could possibly be addressed, he passed that bill to allow them to try to find access to resources, or maybe it means you travel to Switzerland and you have some experimental type surgery or something. But I'd look into the right to try. And the other thing is, when you want to, if you want to talk about Obamacare and stuff like that, and pre-existing conditions and stuff, I think you really need to listen to what Trump has said about that stuff, because he's all about pre-existing conditions, especially when it comes to things like, multiple sclerosis affects me, so I know that he's totally protective of people who have been diagnosed with. But obviously it's like anything. Read the fine print, read the small print. And look, maybe I'm wrong with my and if you want to challenge me on that, that's fine. You tell me in the comments. But to the best of my knowledge, and from what I know about the Trump, and he did put forward this new healthcare plan to replace Obamacare, and it introduced competition across the insurance companies, and I think it allowed them to compete across multiple states, or maybe even all of the states, because I do understand that there's an issue with Obamacare, that some states, they've got like one insurance provider, so you're like obliged to go with that one. But Trump had a 3-step plan, and he was only allowed to implement. I don't know if he got any of it passed, to be honest, but I think as far as he got with it was like stage 1, and that was like to introduce this competition with the insurance company so that the free market entered that, and then it would bring the insurance premiums down and stuff. And I think he should be allowed to pursue that, but I'm not going to pretend. That's like the amount of my knowledge on that, but I do believe that he's he's pro-life at any stage, and just trying to make it possible for people to have access to everything that they might need to elongate their lives. I don't know what's wrong with that. Right, we digressed onto healthcare. I don't know how. Right, this isn't going up.